Hey guys, it's Randy with Lowbuck LS here, and I got Lowbuck Tuck here with me with his new Christmas present. Lift up your chin, Tuck, so they can see. My daughter Kaylin made him a Lowbuck Tuck bandana, so he's pretty happy about that. And it is December 31st, 2019, so end of the year, end of the decade, I guess. So just wanted to do a quick video. I did a similar video last year where I kind of reviewed the year and laid out some goals for the coming year. So we're going to go back and look at the goals I had made for 2019 and see how we did on those, and then lay out the goals I have for 2020 and show you guys what I've got in mind for the direction of the channel and that kind of thing. So I hope you guys had a good Christmas. We just got back, the family, we were out skiing for the weekend in Fernie, British Columbia. So we're back and rested up and ready to take on the new year. So I'm going to fire up my computer now. I use a service called TubeBuddy, and they kind of do a year in review that shows you how the channel has grown over the year. So I'll fire that up on the computer and we'll have a look at that. And then we'll go down into the garage and review those goals from 2019 and talk about where we're going in 2020. So we'll talk to you soon. Hey guys, like I said, this is a presentation put together by TubeBuddy, and it just goes over the statistics. 2019 year in review for the Lowbuck LS channel. So we will click start. And it's going to go back and look at what our numbers were at the start of the year. And when I started 2019, I only had 136 subscribers, and we just passed 2,000 on about Boxing Day. Here are our top 3 videos of 2019. Manual boost controller. This one was on my 4L60E rebuild. And our number 1 video was on idle tuning after the cam swap. I'll scroll back up in a minute here and we'll look at these numbers in a little more detail. But we're ending the year, everything's in the green here, so toast to 2020. And yeah, I'd like to thank all of you guys who have watched and commented and liked and subscribed and engaged with the channel, because it's because of you guys that we're having this growth. So I'm just going to scroll up and look at, so yeah, how we began 2019. I had 136 subscribers, about 7,000 views, and I had uploaded 19 videos, and hey, that is not bad. But it did grow a bunch. So like I said, we've gained, we're at 2,000 subscribers. These numbers are a few weeks old now. This came out in the beginning of December. So yeah, we've gained 1,200% in subscribers. Views, I was at 7,000. Now I'm probably at 125,000 or more. So 1,600% change in views. Videos uploaded, I did 24 in 2018 and 39 in 2019, and I'm gonna make that a bigger number for 2020. So yeah, we're ending the year at 2,000 subscribers, yeah, 130k-ish views and 58 videos. So like I said, that's all thanks to you guys. So we will hop over to the garage now and look at the goals I had set for 2019 and how we did on those, and then we'll talk about where we're going in 2020. All right, so yeah, it has been a good year, 2019. Channel's had a lot of growth, so yeah, I did a similar video at the end, or yeah, around this time last year. So I'm gonna put a screenshot up right now of what my goals were at the end of 2018, I guess, what my goals were for 2019, and we'll look at how we did on that list of goals. But first I'll show you guys a couple things the channel got for Christmas. This is from my daughter, silver play button that says presented to Lobbuck LS for being the raddest YouTube channel. So that's from my daughter. And then I'm not going to dig it out here, but I got a green screen as well. So I don't know how to use it yet or where I'm going to hang it, but we'll play around with that in a future video. So, but anyways, I don't have the exact sheet of my goals from 2019, but I rewrote them out here. So just going to look at how we did on it. So the injector decapping, testing, and install. That was a success. I've got a good set of decapped injectors in the truck now. I got the new manifolds and crossover pipe on. And that crossover pipe did fail. I made a video about that. The flex joint broke, so I welded in a new one. But that's all back in business. We got the fuel pump install done, but now instead of having too low of fuel pressure, I've got too much fuel pressure. So in the new year here, we're going to have to diagnose that issue. I think my suspicion is it's the return line either has a restriction in it or is not big enough, or it could be the fuel pressure regulator. So, but the regulator worked fine with the stock fuel pump. So, but since we've got that new fuel pump, we're moving a lot of volume of fuel. So either the regulator or the return line aren't keeping up. Arduino boost controller, I've kind of put on the back burner for now. My focus is just in other areas right now. So maybe someday we'll revisit that again. But right now the manual boost controller on the truck is working just fine. Cam and valve springs, I did get the cam installed. I don't have valve springs in yet, but that's going to be an upcoming video early in the new year at some point. So stay tuned for that. And trans and converter upgrades. We did get the transmission. I pulled the 4L60E out and went through it, put in new Alto clutches and a Sonax performance pack and servo upgrade, which the Sonax performance pack is basically like a shift kit. So we didn't do the converter. That may be coming at some point this year. I'm still undecided as to which direction we're going to go with the transmission, whether it's worth buying a converter for this 4L60 or upgrading to a 4L80 or maybe even a Turbo 400. So now I've got another sheet written up here with what I've got planned for 2020. So there is our 2020 list of goals. So number one goal is grow the Lobbuck LS brand, which means my top priority, 50 videos in 2020. So for a while there, I was putting out a video every Tuesday, so I'm going to try to go back to that schedule so you can look forward to a new video on the Lobbuck LS channel every Tuesday evening. There's 52 weeks in the year, and I want to put out 50 videos, so that gives me 2 Tuesdays where I can skip one or have a day off. But that's the goal, is to basically grow the channel, grow the brand, and by growing the brand, I mean branching out into other. I want to start a Facebook page and an Instagram for Lobbuck LS. I've got my personal Instagram, which a bunch of you guys follow, but I want to start one for the channel. And the other thing is more written blog posts. I've got the website lobbuckls.com, and right now it's just for like files and you can go download my, I don't know if I have my tunes on there, but my channel configurations and stuff for HP tuners are on there. But I want to start doing more written blog posts as well. And basically, I'm trying to branch out onto other platforms other than YouTube, just in case, sometimes you hear of guys' channels getting shut down or demonetized or whatever. So basically, I want to have some other platforms as a backup. YouTube is still going to be my main focus. And I do have to apologize. I've kind of been distracted over the last couple months and haven't put as much
effort into the channel as I once did, but I'm gonna go back to going hard on the channel in the new year here. You know, sometimes new shiny objects come by and hold your attention for a month or two, but going back to the basics here, you guys are my bread and butter, and so that's going to be my main focus. But yeah, I want to get some more written articles, and basically our focus is still going to be on getting affordable performance from the 4.8, 5.3 liter, and 6 liter LS based truck engines, and the 4L60E, 4L80E, and I haven't done anything with these yet, but want to get into the TH400s or Turbo 400s, because it seems like the fast guys, you know, on if you look at Cameron Vick and Matt Happel and anybody who's going fast with you know, one of these truck engines usually has a TH400 behind it, so there's got to be something there, eh? You know, for street use, 4L60E is good for, I don't know, probably 500 horsepower, and if you want more than that, the 4L80E is where it's at. But for the guys who are going real fast, and I'm talking like 8s and 9s in the quarter, the Turbo 400 seems to be where it's at. So that's going to be in the future. It probably won't even be this year that I'm messing with that. Might possibly be the 4L80E at some point this year, but that's going to be my focus anyways, is keep providing value for guys who are working on these truck-based LS engines and transmissions that are behind them. And I think that's one reason that channels like Kyle at Goat Rope Garage, he's just growing at a fantastic rate right now. I think he's at like 8,000 subscribers or something, but that's because he puts out content regularly. He's a smart guy, he's well spoken, and he puts out content that has good value. So that's what I'm gonna try and ramp up as well in the new year. So now we'll talk about what my goals are for the truck. My number 2 is to meet the project goals that I had set for the low buck truck at the beginning of the project, and basically that is running 1150s in the quarter mile. So in order to do that, first thing we need to do is diagnose that high fuel pressure problem. I talked about that a minute ago, but yeah, basically either need a bigger return line, or there's a restriction in it somewhere, or need a new fuel pressure regulator, but we're gonna have to do some more fuel system upgrades anyways. We've got those valve springs that are gonna go in early in the new year. I want to do a 2-step. MSD makes one. I've mentioned it in videos before. I think it's 8733 or something. We're gonna wire one of those in, and then I want to do basically like a switch panel and relays and power distribution center. So because I've got my intercooler pump, I think I'm going to have the fuel pump on a switch where I can shut it off if I need to, if I crash, run into the wall with the drag strip or whatever. I can shut it off that way. And I want to switch in there for my 2-step as well, so I can, if the switch is on, the 2-step will be active when I hit the brake pedal, and if the switch is off, it'll bypass the 2-step and operate normally. Like I said, we may do a high stall torque converter. Still not sure what direction I'm going to go with that. And then I also want to look into mounting a tablet, or seeing if I can get HP tuners to run on a tablet, so when I'm at the track, I don't have the laptop just sitting loose on the seat. I think at the local track here, they won't even let you run with your laptop sitting on the seat. So basically I want to see if I can come up with a Windows tablet that I can mount to the dash, or mount somewhere securely in the truck so I can log when I'm at the track. And main goal is the bottom line there: get to the track, run 1150s or better. So that's going to be the main focus for the year, is getting this project finished and getting it out to the track and meeting those goals. So If we get that accomplished and meet those goals, that means we might be looking for another project. Eventually, I want to go further with the truck and get into the single digits in the quarter mile, but for now we're going to move on to something else once we've hit that 1150 goal, and I'll have to see what happens. I'm going through some changes with my work situation, the plant that I work at. I'm an electrician and instrument tech and do some automation and PLC programming and that kind of thing. But the plant I'm working at as an employee is getting put up for sale. So if it sells, I don't know if I'm going to be looking for a new job or if I'm going to get hired on with the new company as an employee or have to go to work as a contractor. But my suspicion is I may end up having to go to work as a contractor, which would mean I'd have to set up a work truck. So we may be doing a work truck project on the channel here, a low buck work truck. But we'll see what the future brings here with my work. But I'm kind of thinking there seems to be a lot of interest in, that cam tuning video was my #1 video. So there's a lot of interest in the naturally aspirated stuff too, and the guys who aren't wanting 800 or 1,000 horsepower, but the guys that are wanting 400 or 500 or 600 horsepower. So I'd kind of like to do a project where, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe between a 2003 to 2006 Silverado, or maybe even a little newer, like a 2007 to 2010, and do what a normal guy would do, a cam swap and I don't know, maybe exhaust or headers or but some mild upgrades, and go through the tuning that goes along with it. And I do want to get into the Holley Terminator stuff, but I can't see that happening. Probably not this year. So, but that is something I want to branch into down the road. I know Goat Rope Garage has mentioned he's going to be doing some stuff with that as well. So, but anyways, that is the list. I'm going to try and hang on to this sheet this time, so when I do my 2020 year-end review, I can go back and look and see how we did. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up. Thanks again for watching, liking, subscribing. It's you guys that have contributed to how much this channel has grown, and I'm going to give it my full effort in 2020, and looking forward to seeing where things go. So thanks again. We'll talk to you on the next one. Bye for now.